Okay, so today what we're going to do is we're going to go through a few different things to do some training with you on the software, so that you guys can function and start utilizing the software to the best of its ability. So the very first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about is setting up a connector campaign, okay, and setting up your very first campaign and what are the steps you're going to do to make that happen, okay. So step number one, click on campaigns. You logged into your account. You're going to create a new campaign. Let's create a brand new campaign. Let's call it a test. Let's call it a test campaign. Test campaign number one. Okay. And you can do a messenger campaign or a connector campaign. Messenger campaign are for people that are your first degree connections. They're already in your network. Okay. Or connector campaign are people that are not in your network. Those are your second and third degree connections. Those are your sales campaigns. Template, this is if you have coworkers or if you have a company. So you guys can share the same messaging outreach for all the other colleagues in your business or all the other people that you're working with, or if it's just for you. In this case, I'm going to do a connector campaign, and we're going to do it just for you. That means just your eyes can see it only. And the very first thing you're going to do is you're going to click on steps here. Okay. So here's going to be your first message, your first connection message. So this could be test. And then of course you want to use the placeholders to make it personalized. You just click on that. And as you can see, hello, first name, how are you? Okay. I really don't mind, as long as you stay under 275 messages or characters in that message, the first message, you don't really have to worry about this right here. That's if you may go over the allotted with the first name, might be too long. Okay, then you can click on follow-up message for the next sequence, and you can select that to be whatever you like, 12 hours. Or this would be more like, thanks for connecting, thanks for the connection, and just click on first name, and that would be that. Then you want to set up another follow-up message, click it on again, and you select your time delay based on your preference. So in this case, I'll do 3 days. Follow-up, so follow-up test, another follow-up, maybe another 5 days later, we're going to set up another one, test, and we're going to do another one. We're going to do this one about 1 month later, and we're going to do test. And you can keep going with this. You get a year later, you can do another one. You don't even have to touch it. As long as they don't reply to you, let's just say 6 months later, you want to do another one, test, okay? And then you just hit save, apply, excuse me. And then that's going to successfully apply those steps in your program, and you're good to go. Now under settings, you're going to want to set that, as you see here, you can select that based on what you want, up to 100 or less. So recommended much lower than that, especially if you're running multiple campaigns. Remember that the maximum you can run combined between all of your campaigns on one profile is 100. So if you're running 3 campaigns, that means you should do less than 33 for each of your campaigns to reach the total of 100. And then the same thing for the follow-up messages. Here it's not quite as important, but I normally like to keep the same ratio of 30 to 30, 50 to 50, 100 to 100, something like that. And when your campaign is ready to launch and you've got everything good and you've imported your list, all you're going to do to start the campaign is click right here, and you're going to click on status, and now it says your campaign is now active. That's when your campaign is actually starting to send out. So you click back on settings, you click on status, and you're ready to go. Okay, now we're going to undo that. We're going to pause that because we're going to get into some more stuff here with you. But remember, when you're setting up your campaign, the first thing you're going to do, even before you do all of this, is you're going to go to your profile settings, and you're going to make sure that all your profile settings are optimized properly. Here is your master of all of what you can do between all of your campaigns. So as you see here, I've toggled it to 63 connection messages that can go out every day. We've got 56 follow-up messages. Okay, you don't have to copy this. You can play around with it. There's no exact science on that. But this one is important. The delete the connection request after 18 days. I like to keep it right in that ballpark because If somebody hasn't responded to your connection message, it's important that you get that, you delete that message after about 18 days or 14 days, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Again, it's your preference, but I like to keep it somewhere in that range because it allows you, it frees you up to continue to send out more messages, because not everybody's going to accept your connection messages, and it's just going to sit there lingering and building in your pipeline, and it's just going to be wasting space and slowing you down and not allowing you to send any more connection messages. Okay, so make sure to set that up in such a way where 2 weeks, 3 weeks, those are being deleted. Here you can capitalize names automatically. That's for your own personal preference. So it's the way you see it in the way the reporting comes in. And then here you can select your time zone. So if you want to, if you're in Los Angeles, you can set it by, and you can do it by the whole week. So as you see here, you can take out weekends. So let's say I don't want to work, I don't want this thing to be going out on Saturday and Sunday. It's fine, remove it. So you're operating from your 24 hours a day. Maybe you only want to run from 5 a.m. until 10 p.m. at night. That's fine. You can actually set that where all of them are the same way. So you want to run it the same way on all the days right there. You're good to go. And go ahead and just hit apply, and that'll just process that through all the entire days of the week, and you're good to go there. Same thing here with your inactive days or inactive days for the month. I don't really get too much involved on that, so pretty much this is where you want to stay with that. Okay, so now you've set up your campaign, you've set up your profile, all those things are ready to go. Now you're going to run a search. So I'm just going to run, let's just say we're going to log in to, I'll just take one of my clients here. We're going to actually run a search. Okay, so let's say we're going to run a search for specific people. So let's say we're going to do people search. Okay, so now we're going to find people, and this is going to be great technique for you here. So you guys, you want to do second and third because we're going to do a connection campaign, right? So here it's going to start to tell you how many people you have within your second and third degree. That's 15.3 million. Let's say you want to drill down into a very specific area. Let's say you want to target people only in Ohio. Okay, we're going to show results. How many people does that fit? That's 164,000 now in my network. Let's say we're going to run a filter. We want to target people that are in an industry. Okay, let's say we want to target anybody in financial services and anybody in the insurance industry. Okay, let's say you want to do insurance. Okay, so you tap on that, and you want to target people by titles. Let's say you want to target people by insurance agent, so they would have agent in their keywords of their profile, or broker. Okay, insurance brokers, or you want to target people with a CEO or president of their company. That would be fine too. Founder, something like that, executive. You could show results. And here you can see right now you've got 1,700 people in that search right there. So you can literally just copy that URL, and then you're going to bring that over into the software. Okay. So here's where you're going to create the search. You're going to call this a test. Okay. And you're going to, this is a basic search, okay? Meaning because you're not using any of the paid premium, software or add-ons from LinkedIn, like Sales Navigator or Recruiter. You can upload by a CSV file. I'm going to save that for a different time. I'm going to do a different video for that. Or you can do post engagement, which I'm going to show you to do that also on a separate email video. So you would add that there to the thing, and then you're going to hit search, and you can see now it's populating those 1,700. Of course, we're on since it's on the basic search, you can only have 1,000 maximum within your search, and then it's going to bring only 1,000 over. Okay, so once that's loaded up, it's going to look like this here. Okay, or this one actually, since that's a messenger campaign, it's going to look like the one we did in California, except this one's Ohio. It's going to say pending requests, so you're going to be looking to build that connection with that person. And then of course you're going to, once you get that search there, you're going to assign all of the search results. You're going to do your drop down. You're going to find a campaign that you want to assign those people to. Okay. And then you're going to leave this toggle to the far right, automatically set start time. And then you're going to hit that add selected contacts to campaign. That's what's going to happen there. Okay. So as you see, it's preparing. It's going to take a few minutes to populate that entire list. But once it's populated, it's basically ready to go. I will also have a manual with pictures and how you click on each button and things like that. So, and then you can watch and you can follow along in the manual as well. I just wanted to get a quick video out there for you so that you understood, okay, setting up your profile, how you set up, how you optimize that on the software, how you run a search, okay, how you import that information over. As you see, we're already up to 59, 78 out of the 1,000 retrieved, okay? And then how you create the campaign. Remember, once that campaign has been created and it's ready to go, just like we already did on that test campaign here, you're gonna go back to settings and you're gonna hit right here, status, and now that campaign is gonna go live. It's gonna start going. You're gonna start seeing that in your in all your tasks that are coming up, okay? So that's all my video for today. Hopefully that gives you enough information to get started and get your business launched. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.